Attention passionate New York Giants fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on New York Giants' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true New York Giants fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and New York Giants fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. What if I told you that there's a real buzz in the NFC East right now, and it involves some of the most intriguing rumors of this NFL season? Rumors that could reshape the division, shake up the balance of power, and give the New York Giants a serious boost in their quest for playoff success. Yes, I'm talking about the potential blockbuster trade that, according to some insiders like Diana Rossini, might see the Philadelphia Eagles make a bold move involving one of their key wide receivers, Devonta Smith. And this isn't just idle speculation. It's a high-stakes chess game that could have ripple effects all across the NFC East. So, what exactly is going on? Well, the buzz suggests that the Eagles, currently sitting at a 3-2 record, are considering trading Devonta Smith to the Giants in exchange for a first-round pick in 2026 and Kayvon Thibodeaux, their talented pass rusher. Now, this kind of move is pretty rare, especially at this stage of the season, but it makes sense if you look at the Eagles' current roster strategy and their needs. They're trying to balance their roster, especially after some recent injuries and underperformance. With Smith, a Pro Bowl-caliber wide receiver from 2022 to 2023, they could be addressing a couple of critical issues at once. Smith, for those who might not be fully aware, is an elite speedster, a true game-changer when healthy with a PFF grade of 89.4 in his career. In 2024, he's already accumulated over 1,000 yards with 7 touchdowns, and his yards after catch per reception is among the top 10 in the league at 6.2 yards. His speed, absolutely elite. He can hit 21.8 mph, faster than most defensive backs, making him a nightmare for defenses when he's on the field. But let's not forget that Smith has had his share of injuries. An ankle injury in 2025 kept him out for a game, and shoulder issues in 2024 sidelined him for 2 games. Still, he's been remarkably durable, playing around 85% of the snaps when healthy. His production, especially when it comes to contested catches and deep routes, makes him one of the most dangerous receivers in the league. And for the Giants, acquiring a player like Smith isn't just about adding speed. It's about injecting a dynamic element into their offense that they desperately need right now. Their wide receiver core has been somewhat inconsistent, and with the recent hamstring injury to Darius Slayton, the Giants need that explosive element to keep defenses honest. Now, some skeptics within the Eagles organization are wary of overpaying for Smith. They're sitting on about $20 million in cap space and are prioritizing bolstering their offensive line to protect Jalen Hurts, who has been under pressure quite a bit this season, sacked roughly 3.8 times per game. They might see this trade as a luxury, especially since their roster is already somewhat balanced. The idea of trading away Smith for a first-rounder and a player like Thibodeaux, who's a talented end with a PFF grade of 84.2, might seem like an overpay to some. But if they're aiming to contend, especially with teams like the 49ers rumored to be interested in Thibodeaux, it's a strategic move to strengthen their defense and draft capital for future needs. From the Giants' perspective, though, this is a game-changer. Adding Devonta Smith to their offense would be like injecting pure rocket fuel. The Giants have been looking for that elite speed and playmaking ability to complement their existing weapons. Right now, their offense is somewhat reliant on Saquon Barkley and their tight ends, but the addition of Smith would open up the field like never before. Imagine the kind of mismatches they could create. Smith's speed combined with Daniel Jones's ability to throw deep could transform their offensive approach. If this trade goes through, the Giants would essentially be adding an elite weapon who can stretch the field, which is exactly what they need to compete at a higher level. And it's not just about one player. Think about the ripple effects. If the Giants acquire Smith, they could elevate their offensive production significantly. Their expected points added per pass attempt would see a boost of around 20%, creating more scoring opportunities and making their offense more explosive. For defenses trying to contain them, Facing a trio of Barkley, Smith, and the tight ends, like Darren Waller, would be a nightmare. It's reminiscent of some of the most potent offenses in recent NFL history, where speed and versatility made defenses constantly adjust. Now, let's talk about the bigger picture here. The NFC East has long been known for its intense rivalries, gritty defenses, and high-powered offenses. The Cowboys have their own weapons, and the Eagles are trying to build a roster that can sustain success for years. If the Giants manage to land Smith, it not only boosts their immediate chances, but also sends a message to the rest of the division. They're serious about competing and not afraid to make bold moves. And considering the Giants' recent history, they've been strategic in building around their core players, focusing on defense and smart draft picks. But adding someone like Smith would be a statement move, one that signals they're ready to take that next step and challenge the division's dominance. The timing of this trade window, set to close on November 4th, is critical. Teams are looking to solidify their rosters for the playoff push, and the Giants, sitting at 2-3, know they need to make bold moves to improve. Smith's addition could be the spark that ignites their offense down the stretch. And let's not forget, the Giants have historically been a team that builds through smart moves and strategic signings. This could be a defining moment for their coaching staff and front office, proving they're willing to swing for the fences when the opportunity arises. Now, looking at the broader NFL landscape, the trade rumors around Thibodeaux also add an interesting layer. The Eagles, with their focus on contending this year, might see Thibodeaux as a valuable asset to bolster their pass rush, especially as they face some of the league's most potent offenses. The 49ers have also been mentioned as a potential destination for Thibodeaux, which would add yet another layer of intrigue to this saga. The NFL trade deadline is always a whirlwind of speculation, and this year promises to be no different. In terms of odds, the Super Bowl picture shifts slightly if such a trade occurs. The Eagles' odds to win the Super Bowl could improve from plus 15-0 to plus 5-0, reflecting increased confidence in their roster. Meanwhile, the Giants, if they manage to land Smith, could see a boost in their playoff odds, projected to win around 11 games, with the potential to go even further if their offense gains that extra punch. The NFC East is shaping up to be one of the most competitive divisions in recent memory, with every team making moves to position themselves for a deep postseason run. But beyond the immediate impact, what does this mean for the Giants' long-term prospects? Well, acquiring someone like Smith isn't just about this season. It's about setting a foundation for sustained success. His speed and playmaking ability would be invaluable for a team looking to make a splash in the playoffs and beyond. And with Daniel Jones at quarterback, who's shown flashes of brilliance this season, the addition of a game-breaking receiver could unlock new levels of offensive potential. It's about building around that core and creating a roster that can compete with the best. And let's not forget the historical context. The Giants have a storied history of making bold moves at the trade deadline, sometimes swinging for the fences, and other times making subtle but impactful adjustments. This year, the opportunity to add a player like Smith could be one of those defining moments that sets the tone for the next era of Giants football. The franchise has always been about resilience and making the most of their assets, and this kind of move could be exactly what they need to turn the tide in their favor. Now, as fans, we're all eagerly watching these developments because they have real implications. The NFC East is one of the most exciting divisions in football, and how these trade rumors unfold will determine who comes out on top. The Giants, with their young core and strategic moves, are positioning themselves for a major leap forward. Whether or not the trade happens exactly as rumored, the message is clear: they're serious about competing and making a statement this season. It's a fascinating storyline, full of intrigue, high stakes, and the kind of drama that makes football so compelling. And now, New York Giants fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Do you believe the Giants should pull the trigger and acquire Devonta Smith? Would adding him transform the offense as much as many think? Or do you think the Giants should stick with what they have and build through the draft? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Giants. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Giants news, rumors, and analysis. This season is shaping up to be one of the most exciting in recent memory, and we're here to cover every moment with you. Thanks for tuning in, and as always, let's go Giants!